Hello everybody and welcome to Mark Goldbridge. That's Football. We're live for PSG versus Manchester City, the Champions League semi-final. How is everybody doing tonight? This is, look, it's the bigger one. Let's be honest. This is the bigger one. It is. It's the oil tie. It's whatever you want to call it, but it is the bigger one. It's the two favourites. It doesn't mean they're going to win it with respect to Chelsea and Man City. It doesn't mean they're going to win it. Chelsea beat Man City a couple of weeks ago, but this is the big semi-final. Let's go through it straight through into the team news. Navas in goal for PSG. Florenzini, Marquinhos, Kembembe, Baka, Paradis and Gay. Di Maria, Verratti, Neymar, Mbappe. That is a lovely team. And the great thing about PSG is that I like Verratti and he never seems to bloody play. So Verratti playing today excites me a lot. It's a good PSG side. It's a Pochettino PSG side. He'd be very, very aware of how Pep plays and the English way. Substitutions: Carrere, Icardi, Rafinha, Danilo, Rico, Kane, Sarabia, Kazawa, Herrera, Diallo, Draxler, Dagbar. What a bench. And then you've got Man City with Ederson, Walker, Stones, Ruben Diaz, Cancelo, Rodri, Gundogan, Mahrez, De Bruyne, Foden and Bernardo Silva. No Sterling, no Jesus. Ake, Sterling, Jesus, Aguero, Zinchenko, Stefan, Laporte, Torres, Mendy, Fernandinho, Garcia and Trafford. Elite bench, really, from Man City. You know, apart from one or two. I think it's going to be a fascinating tie. I think that Chelsea against Real Madrid last night was almost a little aperitif before we get to the main event. And look, is this going to be the year for Pep Guardiola and Manchester City? You know what? I don't think it is. I actually look at those teams and I think that PSG might just be the favourites going into this. But look, again, we are in that category where we were in yesterday, where it's actually not about PSG beating Bayern or PSG having a good team. It's about what is the level of PSG compared to Manchester City. How close are PSG to Man City in relation to the Premier League against PSG? Not the French league, because obviously PSG have got a lot of quality in that, and they're not exactly tearing it up in the French league, are they? There's a league competition going on there. So very, very big game for Pochettino. Very, very, very big game for PSG. I'm excited, and I'm looking forward to it massively. And I think it's really intriguing. Obviously, PSG got to the final last year. They lost that final. They've knocked out the holders. They'll feel that this is their year. Manchester City never won it. Pochettino was crying a couple of years ago when Spurs lost to Liverpool. Neymar was crying last year when they lost to Bayern. Is it third time lucky? 3 years? You know, we'll see. But Man City have never won this, and this is where, you know, as great a manager as Pep Guardiola is, couldn't win the Champions League with Bayern Munich, hasn't won it yet with Manchester City. Huge game. The winner of this will be the favourite in the final. Doesn't mean they're going to win it, but they will be the winner. They will be the final. Score prediction tonight. You've got to take into account that it is European football, and therefore it is over 2 legs. And I think that Manchester City have got to score tonight. I think PSG will certainly be looking to score in Manchester next week. So I think Man City would take anything that keeps the game tight, i.e., you know, 1-0 to them, 2-1 to them, 1-1, maybe even 2-2. The more goals in this game, the better compared to the game in the next one. That's what Pep will be thinking. So it's intriguing. I never know whether it's better to play home or away first. I don't know what people think in the live chat. Do you think it's better to play home or away first? I think in this scenario, it's better to play away second. I really do. There's no fans. There's no fans in the ground. So that second leg in the Etihad, what's the intimidation factor? The reality is, I think being away second is better. And United are away against Roma second as well. And I think it's better to be away second because there's no fans to intimidate you. Normally, I think being at home in the second leg is better because you can get the crowd behind you. You can intimidate the opposition. But in this weird world that we're living in at the moment, I think the away leg is better to be away. Or does it even really matter? You know, does it really matter either way? Away second is better, says JB. And home first, if you're losing in the second leg, you can make that push to win on away goals. Thank you very much for that. Okay, can I just say as well, the petition, I've dropped it in the video description and I've pinned it at the top of the chat. We're doing really well on this petition. We're at 78,000. We're trying to get up to 80,000 today, for 90,000 tomorrow, for 100k for Friday. This is a really important petition, whether you're a Manchester United fan, Arsenal fan, Liverpool fan, Leicester fan. This is to bring in a law which enforces professional football clubs to have at least 51% fan ownership, similar to how the Bundesliga operates this rule. If we get 100,000 signatures, this has to be debated by the British government. Now, look, personally, you go in high and you get something in between. I don't think we would ever get the 50+1 rule in professional football in the UK. But to have the debate about it opens the debate about it. What I want to get to is a situation where we've got fans on the board who have a say in what's happening with the club. That doesn't mean you can't have private investors like Roman Abramovich or Sheikh Mansour or FSG or even the Glazers. But what it does mean is that there has to be fan representation on the board, and that decisions like the Super League cannot be made behind the managers, the players and the fans back ever again. So please do sign this petition. It's really important that we get it to 100,000 and get that debate heard in government in this country so that fans can start to get a say in their clubs again. Because the situation at Arsenal, as I read it at the moment, is that you have a new potential owner and the fans want a new owner. But the owner is like, I don't give a fuck what the fans think, and I don't give a fuck if you've got the money to buy this club. It's my club and I'm not selling it. And how can that ever be right? Somebody gets hold of your club and basically holds it to ransom. I ain't selling. We're going in a Super League and fans have got no say in it. So sign the petition, please. Very easy to do. Click the link. Fill in your details. It takes about 20 seconds to put your email address and your postcode, and then you'll get an email to verify it. So please do it. And as I was saying on United Stand today, if you've already signed it, if you already have signed it, get your mum and dad to do it. Get your gran and granddad to do it. Get your friends to do it. Get your other half to do it. Basically, anyone with an email address can do it. So please do sign it. Let's get it done. Let's get it debated. What's my score prediction? I think that I'm going to go with... I don't know. I think the score prediction is quite an interesting one in this one. Yeah, I do. Thank you for everyone who's signing the things, by the way. Really appreciate that. Really do. Please let the game begin. The game hasn't begun yet. No transfer Turks, focus on Glazers out, says Wazim. So kickoff is at 8 o'clock, so about 23 minutes away from kickoff. Look, do you expect it to be a good game? I don't think we can ever be in that situation, really. I don't think we can ever be in that position where we whether we know it's going to be a good game or not. I think both teams will try to play a good game. Having said that, you don't know how Pochettino is going to set PSG up. He might just say, let's hit them on the break. He might say, let's have a go. Man City will certainly want to dominate the ball. That's for sure. 100%. So there we go. 160 away from 79,000. All right, okay. I thought you were talking about subscribers then. I was like, what the bloody hell's going on there? PSG lineup looks better on paper than City's, I think, says John Cahill. Well, Pep again is using the he's using the false nine situation again, isn't he? Which is, it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of work to do that, but he is fantastic, absolutely fantastic. 1-0 to PSG, like Spurs versus City in the last one, says Rico. Would you rather it was 2 legs or 1 leg? I think in this situation I would rather it be 1 leg, because I just don't. But I mean, look, it's irrelevant. We've got 2 legs. We've had 2 legs in every other game and every other round. So you know, you stick with that definitely. City fan here. I'm fearing the worst, as we snooker. Come on, you don't feel the worst at all. You don't feel the worst at all. City are going to win surely. And big up City. Hopefully a win today, lads. We have had a mixed run recently. They have been a bit funny, haven't they, recently? They have been a bit funny recently. Don't listen to people saying rest in peace to people. They're just sad little wankers who've probably been sent by some other channel to cause trouble. Just ignore them. I'm not going to read anything out. I'll read the good comments out. If they want to spam the chat, let them spam the chat. I don't know why people let it bother them. Feels a bit anticlimactic to have 2-leg semi-finals, to be honest, says Scott Bolter. And big game for John Stones, this, says John. Defensively, Manchester City have been fantastic this season, haven't they? They have, and look, I hate to say it as a Man United fan, I want PSG to win tonight. Of course I do. Of course I want PSG to win tonight, because Manchester City can win the league and the Champions League, which is a very good double thing to do. It's not a treble, but it is a good thing to do. PSG already have the experience of playing in a Champions League final, plus the boost of getting rid of Bayern. Big test for City. Greetings from Chile, Mark, says Felipe. Man City versus Man United in the UEFA Super Cup, says Leatherface. Could be. Where does Pochettino rank among world's best managers? Top 5 at least. And who should be Tottenham's next manager? Thanks, says Hey. I think Pochettino's got to win something big to do that. Yeah. But if he wins the Champions League with PSG, that's something that PSG have been desperate for. I mean, it is the oil derby at the end of the day, and both of these owners desperately want to win the Champions League. They like winning their domestic leagues, I'm sure, but they want to win the domestic league, the Champions League. That's what they want to do. I personally think Man City are the favourites to win the whole tournament. I said that from the quarter-final stage. But I would agree with that City fan who said that Man City have been a bit indifferent recently. I mean, they lost to a 10-man Leeds, didn't they? They lost to Chelsea. So they've had a couple of games recently where it's not been the best. But I do think that they are still the favourites for me, and I think that my big concern in this game is that Man City and the Premier League will just be too good for PSG. And the only reason I say that is because I remember Manchester United playing PSG twice in autumn, and we played them off the park in Paris. Manchester United played PSG off the park, especially in the second half. First half was very equal, but second half we played them off the park, and you just worry. Maybe I'm wrong, but you do just worry that maybe that's the situation that we've got. But yeah, so I'm going to go. My score prediction in this, I think City might win it 2-1. But you know what? I might be very wrong. It's a bit like last night, isn't it? That's why it's an exciting game. It's hard to read. For 25 minutes, I thought Chelsea were all over Man City. Chelsea were all over Real Madrid. And I thought, here we go. This is going to be another exercise in the Premier League, just being too strong. And then great goal from Real Madrid from a well-worked corner. And then the rest of the game was very equal. And that game, who knows which way it's going to go. So I wouldn't even be swayed by the way the first 20 minutes go. It's a two-legged game. That's 180 minutes. And I'd be very surprised either way if it went one way. This video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends, says Abhishek. It bloody isn't. And Mark, buzzing for this game, but this is a sorry tale of modern football. The unleaded derby smells like an audition for a future Super League. Thoughts, says Andrew C. And what do you think of teams like PSG marketing themselves as a fashion brand? Do you think more clubs should do this, says Callum Robinson? Football has no barriers, as we know, in a good way and a bad way. It's the monetization of football clubs, isn't it? That's what it is. As for the does it have an audition for a future Super League? Well, PSG were not in a Super League. The reason they weren't in a Super League was because of the Europa League, of course. The FIFA World Cup, which Qatar are a massive part of, and that's linked into PSG. So I mean, look, I don't think the Super League is over. I really don't. And I think that's why that petition needs to be signed. That's pinned in the live chat or in the video description. Very important to sign it. So please do. Please do sign that petition, which is currently 1,000 away from 80,000. So keep signing it, please. Let's keep pushing. It's slowing down a bit. We need to get that momentum going. Get people to sign it. Hi Mark, would you take Haaland or Mbappe? I'm a Man City fan, says Zakaria. I would take Mbappe. I think they're both fantastic, but I think I would like Mbappe. More of a something out of nothing player than Haaland, who I think is a fantastic player, but more of a goal scorer. City barely beat Dortmund though, says Cactus. And Sean Murphy is 10-8 against Judd Trump. It was 10-6. Is it 10-8 to Sean Murphy or is it 10-8 to Judd Trump? Don't worry, we will end Madrid next Wednesday, I guarantee it, says Treasure Lord. And sorry heard about your granddad. Just watched the FIFA video today, says Lewis. Thank you very much. Twitch was interesting this afternoon, yeah. Who's going to win today? I think I'm going to go with Man City. I think that this is where Man City's focus is. I think that Man City may well have gone out of the FA Cup and dropped a couple of wins in the Premier League recently because their focus is on this. But it's a massively intriguing game. I think the second legs next week will be even more interesting. Having said that, Man City come here and win 3-0. It's over, isn't it? PSG win 3-0. It's going to be very hard. Opinion on Anfield agenda says Brand. I've just recorded a video with him literally half an hour ago. So I think that's going up tonight on their channel. So yeah, it's a good channel doing good stuff. Is it possible for this government to make it illegal for the Glazers to take out dividends out of the club? If so, protest for that to happen, says Jacob. Well, this is why you need to sign the petition. If you want change and reform in the English game, you need to get the government debating it, because they won't do it if we don't get 100,000 signatures. So we've got to do it, man and lady. We've got to do it. Welcome to the Members Club, Thomas. And Kane will repeat his history. We will win the league if we get him. Come on, says Ahmed. PSG are going to win tonight, says Anuka. And Greenwood would be world class. I mean, I love people who say that petitions do nothing and petition what a laugh. So let me shout you out, Joe and Tony. Let me guess. You're sat on your arse, the cynical twats that you are, doing absolutely sweet FA, expecting there to be change. Well, I tell you what, I'd rather do my bloody best to try and make things change than sit on my arse and know it's not going to change. Because history is littered with people who fought systems and won. And if you don't try and do something, then you don't achieve anything. Cynics can sit on their arse and shout about things aren't going to happen as much as they like, because nothing's never going to change with people like you. So, you do that. You crack on. Some of us are going to try. And if we fail trying. And that is fantastic. Thoughts on Chelsea, says Charlie. I thought they played well for 25 minutes last night and they sort of let it slip a bit, didn't they? Grand Theft Auto is back tomorrow, Dan, as I said yesterday. And thoughts about Indiana Jones? No, I gave up on Indiana Jones a long time, Reese. And team news, Mark. I have read the team out once before, but I'm happy to do it again. Man City, Edison, Walker, Stones, Diaz, Cancelo as their back four. Rodri and Gundogan, Mahrez, De Bruyne and Foden. Bernardo Silva as a false nine. PSG, Navas, Florenzini, Marquinhos, Kimpembe, Bakker, Paradis, Gay, Di Maria, Verratti, Neymar and Mbappe. I mean, look, there's not a lot of weak spots in there, is there? There's not a lot of weak spots in there at all. Sit down, anyone who said Kante is finished, says Akshat. And, look, sit down my arse. I said Matic was finished. He came back for a year and then he was finished. So, there has definitely been a decline in Kante. He was superb last night, but there has been a couple of years where Kante, it's been a little bit like that. Probably been struggling with injuries. Can I sign the petition if I live outside the UK? I don't know whether you can do that, because I know British citizens can sign it living outside the UK, but I don't know how you do it. So I'm sure someone in the chat will let you know about that. We've gone past 79,000, by the way. We could hit 80,000 tonight. Keep signing the petition. It's in the chat. It's in the video description. Get your mum and dad to do it. Get anybody you know who's got an email to do it. Send it into your WhatsApp groups. It will take them no time. But make sure if you do sign the petition, you go to the email that you've put down there and verify it. Otherwise, it doesn't count. Where do you want Man United to go in the Champions League next season? Vishal, I mean, look, I'm not talking about the Champions League next year because I couldn't give a shit about next year, to be honest. We've got a Europa League semi-final tomorrow. We've got a Champions League semi-final tonight. Where United are going to be in the Champions League next year, it's if but and maybe, isn't it? And that's not Nicky but. it's about who we buy and who we sell, isn't it? It's about who's here next year. I can't talk about that next year. I'd like to see us winning it, but I wouldn't count on that. In fact, I would sit here very confidently and tell you that we will not win the Premier League and we will not win the Champions League next year. Probably not the year after that either. Man United are playing tomorrow night, Leo. Yeah, look, Man United are playing tomorrow night in the Europa League. I can own it. Man United are playing tomorrow night in the Europa League. I'd never watch it in a million years if we weren't in it. So yeah, I can own it. It's a Poundland Champions League. It's a crap embarrassment. But at the end of the day, if your club was in it, you'd watch it, wouldn't you? And look, maybe we can win it. Maybe we could win it. Thoughts on Iheanacho, Mark? The only thing I can think about Iheanacho is that when he was at Man City, everyone was telling he was better than Rashford. And we were just sort of like, oh, God. It's like Arsenal telling us Martinelli's better than Greenwood. It's whatever. Who gives a shit? I think Iheanacho is all right, isn't he? He sort of reminds me a little bit of a Charlie Austin sort of striker, really. He can score goals. I don't think he's anything amazing, but he's hard-working and he can score goals. And at the moment, he's in everything's going his way, which is fantastic for him. I'm very happy with him. Thanks to Creamy21 for signing the petition. And Foden is better than Rashford, says Foot. I couldn't give a shit, mate. I don't really. You sort of get to an age, like probably my age, or maybe a bit younger, where you sort of mature a little bit and you don't start talking about this player's better than that player. You just appreciate football and you support your club. At the moment, Man City are way better than Manchester United. That's all I'm interested in. I couldn't give a shit if one player is better than another player or if anybody thinks that. I think they're very different players. I think if I had the choice of who I played off the left wing, Rashford or Foden, then let's have that conversation. But I think Marcus Rashford's a fantastic player, and I wouldn't swap him for. And there's not many players I'd swap Rashford for, to be honest with you. Mark, thoughts on Liverpool for next season, says Ajit. Well, we spoke about it last night with Liverpool. I mean, very interesting season for you next year. Very interesting summer for you next year. You could well be in the Europa League next year, which is, it's not the end of the world, but it's certainly not where Liverpool would have expected to be. I think if you'd said to a Liverpool fan at the start of the season, you're going to be in the Europa League next year, they'd have crapped themselves. They'd have been, what are you on about? But that's where you are. That is where you are. Look, you're going to be a lot stronger when you get your centre-backs back. And I think there's a few issues for Liverpool. Why are Mane and Salah not getting you higher up the league? Although Salah's scored a lot of goals this year. They've got a bit of an issue with their number 9. The midfield's been fragmented a lot. James R says that Kante was plagued with injury. For me, one of the most humble footballers of all time, a world-class CDM. There's no doubt over that. No, I think everyone loves Kante. Shower says, I'm sad. Don't be sad, Shower. Do not be sad. Be happy. Mark, what's your favourite pub in Dublin? Hairy Lemon. Thoughts on Kane's future, says AMR Square. I think Manchester United would like to sign Harry Kane. I think Harry Kane would be a good signing for Manchester United, but it'd be a very, very hard deal to do. Very hard deal. We're 7 minutes away from kickoff, which I can't wait. We're off to Button Moon. We followed Mr. Spoon. Button Moon. I used to love Button Moon. It makes me feel all sad inside. Little Goldbridge sat there with his little Dairy Lee watching Button Moon. I was only 4. I loved Button Moon. Make or break for Kane this season, turning 28 in the summer. I mean, look, to be honest with you, who's going to buy Harry Kane? Everybody? Would you buy Harry Kane at your club, Liverpool? I assume you would. Manchester United, yes. Maybe even Pep would take Harry Kane because he's got a lot of assists in him. So I don't think there'd be many shortage of takers for Harry Kane. But where it's not that you wouldn't want Harry Kane. It does become but I absolutely think, in my opinion, everybody would like Harry Kane. But it gets to a point where it's financially not viable. He does get injured a lot. He is 28. Would I want to spend over £100 million on a 28-year-old who does get injured a couple of times every season and miss a month? I mean, that is basically what happened to Aguero. Aguero stopped winning the Golden Boot, not because he couldn't score loads of goals, but because he was starting to miss 2-3 months a season, which means you can't win the Golden Boot when you're missing that amount of time. I think we're already seeing that with Harry Kane. I don't think City will go near Harry Kane because of that. I don't think Liverpool will go near Harry Kane because of that. But I think United will go for Harry Kane because we do that. We did it with Sanchez. And we won't think about injury records. United don't think about injury records when they're spunking 100 million. We don't. I mean, we've just given Eric Bailly a 3-year deal. He's missed, 2 years out of the last 5 injured? We gave Phil Jones a 5-year deal when he'd just been injured for 5 years. So United would definitely buy Harry Kane. But for me, I wouldn't want to spend any more than 80 million on him because I think anything over 100 with his injury record is going to end up biting you in the arse. Who do you think is the best player in the world right now, says Danny? I think it's Messi. Beats FPS, thank you for the super chat. You know why I think it's Messi? Because I still think Ronaldo's fantastic. But I said it when Ronaldo went to Juventus. You're going to a league that doesn't have the gravitas of the Premier League, of La Liga. And I think that in La Liga for Real Madrid, when you're scoring goals, you're still the best player in the world. When you're at Juventus, and you're not in the Champions League, and you're not top of the league, even if you are top of the league, I just think Messi's still the best. Yeah. I think Messi is the best. I think Ronaldo could be, but he's in the wrong league, at the wrong club. Unfortunately, I think that the Serie A, I love Serie A. I do love Serie A. I've always loved it, but I don't think it's a place where you can go as one of the best players in the world and be considered one of the best players in the world. And I think that, if Ronaldo had come to the Premier League and played at United instead, or United wouldn't be where they are for a start. Please subscribe, by the way, bottom right-hand corner to do that. You're very, very welcome. We're getting close to kickoff. Score prediction, I've gone 2-1 to Manchester City. So I have. So you can get your score predictions in. That's appreciated. The players are on the pitch. Hi Mark, who's been the best left-footed player you've ever seen? Robin for me, says Druv. Messi. Messi's left-footed, isn't he? I don't know why it took so long. Yeah, it's got to be Messi, hasn't it? Maradona. Actually, sorry, it's Maradona. I did see a little bit of Maradona as a very young lad, and what a left foot. What a left foot. I mean, it's definitely Maradona. Have you seen those clips of Maradona on the side when he's on the pitch and he's blasting the ball in the air as high as he can and just not even controlling it, he's blasting it in the ball again. Gary Lineker was on about this. He was blasting the ball in the air straight up, and then it come back down and he blasted it straight up in the air again, like it was on a yo-yo. That left foot from Maradona was just unbelievable left foot from him. So I'd say Maradona actually, and Messi. Those would be the two God-given talents, really. Anyway, we're about to kick off here. Big game. I haven't put the tweet out, which I'm going to do now. Players are ready. We are ready. Timer is ready. Contestants ready. Gladiators ready. 3, 2, 1. Let's get ready. Oh, Gladiators was classic Saturday night TV, wasn't it? Come on. No fans in the ground. Hopefully that'll be sorted next year. They take the knee. They don't always take the knee in the Champions League, do they? But they take the knee. And we go. Come on, ref. Any time tonight? Any time. There we go. We go. I remember PSG are that team that like to they like to come out late at half time. I wonder if they'll do that again today. I noticed that in the games against Bayern Munich, they come out late, don't they? Time is there for you. Well done. Oh, I'm excited about this one, everybody. I'm excited about this one. It's going to be a cracker. It's going to be a cracker, this one. So PSG starting off with the ball. Can you turn that down a bit, please? Yeah. Thank you. Who do I want to win? PSG. Yeah. I know Man City fans, I think we've had an up and downer. We have had an up and downer. I celebrated the Chelsea goal like it was a Man United goal because I didn't want you to win the treble. And I said that you ruined football. But I've always respected the way that Pep plays football, even though he's got an open checkbook. And then last week, I had to sit down and apologise because my football club tried to ruin football more than you ever could. So I have respect for Man City, but ultimately, with respect comes great responsibility. And you winning the Champions League would hurt me more than PSG. So I want PSG to win. So take it as a compliment, is what I'm saying. I want PSG to win. But I don't, if you want Man City to win, fine. Got no problem with that. But I want PSG to win, which is hard when they've got Di Maria in the team. Can't stand Di Maria. But that was surely a foul there by Di Maria. Gets it into Neymar. Gets a shot off straight at Edison. I thought it was a foul by Di Maria there, but the referee waved play on. And an early shot there, an early tester. Well, Mark, I'm hoping for a PSG win tonight. Hope it is good with you and take care of yourself, says the boy. Thank you very much for the super chat there, the boy. Appreciate that. Couple of minutes in. What I want to see tonight is good, quick football from both sides. But I think what we can already see, and I would do this if I was PSG, it's 3 in midfield. It's 5 in midfield, really. They are going to play 4-4-2 with Verratti, Idrissa Gueye, and is it Paredes in the midfield? And then Mbappe and Neymar as a 2, with Mbappe not dropping in to make it a 5 at times. But then you've got Man City, who are playing with a false 9. They've got no Jesus, they've got no Sterling, they've got no Aguero. So it's going to be an interesting game. And although I think Man City are the favourites to win the whole thing, the big test for Man City is, have they got the... well in by Marquinhos, trying to play De Bruyne in there, Mahrez. The thing for Man City tonight is, can they step up to the plate? George Nichols says, why do you think he's picked Stones over Laporte? Well, I don't think it's because he's English, mate. I think it's because Pep thinks Stones is better. Pep Guardiola wouldn't care. He hasn't got to play an English centre-back. Score predictions, Mark. I'm thinking 2-1 PSG. Keep up the good work. I agree with you, 2-1. I'm going 2-1 Man City. So, yeah, thank you for the super chat there from C. Kelly. We are getting very close to 80,000 on the petition. I've pinned a petition at the top of the live chat. Please do sign it. It's asking for reform in the English game to be debated by the British government. If you want some ownership for fans in football, then please do sign the petition and share it. We're trying to get up to 100,000 signatures before Friday. Please share it. And if you have signed it already, please get others to sign it. This is home game for PSG. Your go. Love the content. Keep it up, says James. Thank you. Thanks everyone who tuned in on Twitch this afternoon, by the way. I had about 3,500 watching me play FIFA Draft. It was emotional. I'm going to do it again. I enjoyed it. So is Bernardo Silva down the right-hand side into De Bruyne. Nice little ball. And cleared away by PSG there. John Stones. It's going to be a very interesting game, this. I mean, a team that's got Neymar and Mbappe as a front two. Is there a better front two in world football? There you go. Is there a better front two than Neymar and Mbappe in world football? Interesting question posed by Goldbridge to the That's Football chat. I'll pose the question. Who started the better? I think it's been quite an equal start. I'm just loving. I've been looking forward to this one for ages. I'm sure we all have. Son and Kane. Aubameyang and Lacazette. Chris Wood and Ashley Barnes is a good one. That is a good one. I'll tell you what, Goldbridge. I would rather have Chris Wood and Barnes over Neymar and Mbappe every day of the week. I can't be doing with these fancy Dan people who come to training in Armani tracksuits with earrings and tattoos. Whereas Barnes, he just comes in his pyjamas and Woods comes in his slippers. He doesn't come in his slippers like you think. He comes to training in his slippers. That's disgusting. I don't do sex talk. I'm only interested in football. But there probably isn't a better front two. And they are playing as a sort of front two tonight. There probably isn't a better front two in world club football, is there? I think there's better players, but I don't think there's a better front two. Nobody can offer me anybody. Ronaldo and Morata, no. Kane and Son, no. Haaland and Royce, no. Messi and Griezmann, well, Messi is good, Griezmann, no. I'm talking in present football. There's many better. Salah and Mane are not a front two, are they? But I mean, even if they were, or even if you want to class them as, not at the moment, they're not. Lukaku and Martinez, yeah, they did well. What European trophy are they competing in? They're doing well in Serie A, but no. I mean, Man City probably not in it because they don't actually play with a front two. Oh, that's nearly a great ball in there. What a bit of defending again by Ruben Diaz. I mean, I tell you what. There's another question for you. Here's another one for you then. Because I think it excites you even more. Andy Watkins and Jared Lewington, Tiverton Town FC, says Liam Devon Red. They are the GOATs. I've got to say they are the GOATs. Would love PSG to win this game, not because of Man United, because of the Pochettino Spurs connection. Should never have left the Spurs. I love him as a manager, says IKEA Shurak. And signed the petition, even Sniffy my dog signed it. Thanks, pal. Thanks everyone who is signing the petition. It's in the video description or it's pinned to the top of the live chat. What I was going to say next is, to make this even more exciting, if Neymar and Mbappe are the best front two in the world at the moment in club football, is there a better centre-back pairing than Diaz and Stones in world football, club football at the moment? Welcome to the Members Club, Timo. And I would say the only two I can think of are Ramos and Varane. No, you've got it wrong again. It's Tarkowski and me. And I don't mean me. People always get confused when I say Tarkowski and me. I mean me, Ben me. Not Sean Dyche me. It's not me. It's not Sean Dyche and Tarkowski. Bloody hell. I'm good, but I don't want to get into that debate again. God, he's made me laugh. Anyway, Ben me and Tarkowski. They've got to be in the debate. So, but no, I think that on a serious... right now, Is there a better centre-back pairing than Diaz and Stones? I think the only two that can hold a torch to them are also in a semi-final. Varane and Ramos. Magaluf, no. Noah says, actually, there is a better combination. It's Diaz and Laporte. Fantastic tackle there. And again, is that Paredes? I like Paredes. I do like him. Very good player, Paredes. I've always quite liked him. He's a bit of a shithouse when he's playing against you. He's a bit of a shithouse against United, but he's a fantastic midfielder. I really like him. Karaki. I like that Paradesi, but I don't know whether his name will work well with an I on the end of it. What do you think, Karaki? Oh, that was a bit nasty, Karaki. He's a bit nasty. He's fiery. Can he? The thing is, can he play in a back six against Liverpool in January and pass it side to side with Fredo or McTominay? We can hear Ollie. Ollie, we can hear what you're saying. Kimpembe and Marquinhos. Good shout. I can't pronounce Kimpembe. I always put a P on the end instead of a B. Who's the best midfield? Well, I think we've got the best centre-back pairing. We've got the best strike pairing. Well, I'm not doing wingers and I'm not doing goalkeeper. It's boring. But who is the best midfield? Who's got the best midfield combo? It can be a 3. It can be a 2. Who do you think? I mean, I still think Real Madrid's is very good. Casemiro, Modric and Kroos. I think Man City's is very good as well. Rodri, Gondogan and De Bruyne. For me, I think I'd say Real Madrid and Man City on that one. I mean, to be honest, I don't think Chelsea's is a bad shout. Is Di Maria, good tackle. So it's a very intriguing game, this. They're both probing each other like an alien with a tuba lube, but they're not getting any joy. But it's a corner to PSG here. Bayern's midfield is good, yeah. So you got Goretzka, Kimmich and Muller. I suppose that's what you would play, isn't it? Rice and Soucek. Kante and Kovacic. Yeah, Chelsea got a good midfield 3. I'd put Mason Mount in that as the third option as well. Neymar with the cross. Back post, Mbappe. Oh, he's held it up. It's a good shot, and it's a bloody good block by Man City as well. So they've still got it here. Neymar wants it, edge of the box. Oh, lovely play by Neymar. Oh, corner. Lovely play by Neymar. 1-2 with Paredes. Or is it? Yeah, it was Paredes. Lovely play here. Neymar's up for it. Neymar's up for it, everybody. Oh, Neymar again. Lovely bit of skill. I heard Southgate to Spurs. Oh my God, he would be worse than Boris Johnson managing Spurs. Yeah, you don't want Southgate, IKEA. Pogba, Bruno, Van der Beek and Rice, says Sumia. Lovely bit of skill by Neymar there. He looks up for it. Do I think Chelsea can win the Champions League? I think they've got a chance. They've beaten Man City fairly a couple of weeks ago. I think the favourite comes from this semi-final. I always said that the favourite would come from this side of the draw, whether it was Bayern Munich against Man City or PSG. But it's a very exciting start to the game. I really hope we sign Madik and the summer from Turkish League. Yeah, F you, I ain't stupid. And as an Indian United fan, I really wanted to sign, but I can't as I'm 74 years behind schedule, says Abhishek. Here's Mbappe. Look at the way, I keep getting bored. I'm boring myself saying this, but just look at the work rate of Man City. How many people they get behind the ball. It's amazing. It's another corner here. Neymar is a junior, is a beast. He's had a good start in this game. Please subscribe, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. Scooby-Doo! I've got my pyjamas on! Scooby-Doo! Deitch to Spurs, Mark. Surely not. I mean, look. What's wrong with that, Goldbridge, you arrogant little wanker? What's wrong with me going to Spurs? You're just southernist. You're northist. You're pissed, mate, if you think you're going to Spurs. Anyway, corner to PSG. I didn't think Spurs could get any more boring, but then I heard about Southgate going there. Says Lewis. It's a goal for PSG. It's Marquinhos. And it's a goal for PSG. Front post header. Leaps like a salmon and finds the back of the net. It's in. It's Edison. He takes a drink. He's having a big drink. That's not going to make it not be a goal, Edison. It is a goal. It's a cross by Di Maria. It's a front post header by Marquinhos. And it's 1-0 to PSG. 1-0. We're up and running. Front post. Lovely header. Flicked off the back of his head. No keeper is going to save that. Watch it back. Oh, it's a lovely goal. Power in it as well. Flicks off the back of his head. Nothing's going to stop that. Nothing's going to stop that at all. And PSG have started the better and they lead here 1-0. Poch 1-0 up against Pep. PP. And City are going to have to come from behind. If I could ever update the score, it would be nice. Right, I can now. But I must admit, we've had 16 minutes and I do feel that PSG have shaded it. However, remember, for 25 minutes last night, Chelsea were dominant against Real Madrid and Real Madrid came back into it. This is far from over for Man City. Look, I think an early goal in this tie is exactly what we need. We don't need 0-0 and it's 0-0 at the Etihad. This is an advert for football, and some would say it's a bad advert for football because it can just shows you what money can do to the game. It can literally destroy it and make it uncompetitive apart from one or two teams. But I suppose in a European sense, you've got oil against oil. I mean, if it was just oil, it'd be one team, wouldn't it? That's so zonal marking at fault, says Ali. Yeah, well, it's not my team. I don't need to moan about it. Thanks everyone tuning in, by the way. We've got nearly 15,000 watching. It's a classic Champions League tie. Make sure you subscribe. Bottom right hand corner. We're on the road to 388,000 tonight. Please subscribe. Everyone's welcome on That's Football. It's the channel for everyone to get involved in. We've all got club loyalties, but That's Football's for everyone. PSG will just play counter-attack now, says Sam. Don't treat me like a fool. Daddy, daddy cool. Daddy, daddy cool. Daddy. Daddy cool. I don't know why I'm dancing to that. Marquinhos scored. He did. He's underrated. He's a good player, Marquinhos. And is he not another centre-back who's under 6 foot? Tell me the height of Marquinhos, or I'll tell you the height of Marquinhos. I'd say he's 5'11". He's a Brazilian footballer. Born in 1994, commonly known as Marquinhos. He is a Brazilian footballer, as we know, and he is 6 foot, actually. All right. He's not under 6. He's not. He's still relatively small for a centre-back. But he rose like a salmon on that one. So, Man City now, is the false nine a bad idea for Pep? They've not really created anything yet, and it's a different type of game for Manchester City as well, because they're so used to having people play deep against them. Look at the high line of PSG. PSG with two banks of four, they're happy to give up the width, and that's a very intelligent thing that Pochettino's doing. He's happy to give up the width because he knows that Man City will only put crosses into the box when they've got Stones and Diaz from a corner. When they don't have them, they won't do it. So it's interesting what they're playing a very narrow two banks of four here, PSG, and they're saying basically, come at us, show me what you got. And Man City are going to have to show them what they've got. But it's a higher line by PSG as well. So it's a tactical battle as much as a football game here. I think sometimes football's not really about tactics. But this game definitely is about tactics. Lovely ball to the back post there, and Bernardo Silva actually stretched to get a shot on it. Did well there, Bernardo Silva. Very good technique, and he wins a corner. They're good from corners, Man City. Mahrez is on it. Stones and Diaz come forward. They've also got Rodri. He's a big lad too. Headed away by that man again, Marquinhos. City coming into the game, Abdul. I think PSG want them to come into the game, Abdul. I think they want them to come into the game so they can hit them on the break. Very important for PSG now not to concede an away goal. That's what they'll be thinking about. Arctic says, I'm a Liverpool fan. Can I still sign that petition? That petition that's pinned at the top of the chat, please do sign it. This is for, we need 100,000 signatures for it to be debated in government. And anybody can sign that. That's why I put it in there. If you want fans to have a say in their football club, then sign the petition. Because that's what we're asking for debate, really. I mean, look, it mentions the 50 plus 1. You might not like it. You might not understand it. But basically, I don't think we'd get 50 plus 1 anyway. But what we could get is a system where there is reform in relation to fans having a say in their football clubs, which is what we all want. So please do sign it and share it. Andy and Bruno says, I've just finished signing the petition. Even Bruno signed it up using his Gmail. Keep up all you're trying to do to help our club. Cheers, Andy. Thanks, Javier, for the super chat there as well. Hashtag Pep out and Dyche in, says Shannon Sharp. Imagine Sean Dyche as Man City manager with all that money. That's something I'd like to see. Whoa, that's really loud in there again, you know. Thank you. $500 away from 80,000 on the petition. Keep it going. Let's see if we can get 80,000 on that petition. I don't know why I'm clapping. Let's see if we can get 80,000 on that petition before the end of this show. That would be fantastic. That would be absolutely incredible, Mark. That would be absolutely fantastic, Mark. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely superb, Mark. That would be absolutely fantastic. Come on. Come on. Do you think if Man United signed Kane, it would be a similar impact to Van Persie? No, Liam. Because that Man United side was capable of being in a title challenge, and that was sort of the icing on the cake. Harry Kane would be the icing. United haven't baked a cake. Who's got the best two fullbacks in world football at the moment? Says Charlie. Well, I think it used to be Liverpool with Robertson and Trent. I think you could definitely put them in it. I mean, I don't know at the moment. Evening, Mark. Hope you're feeling well this evening. Nice to see you more relaxed this week. Can we have your revised score prediction for the game? Says Jack. I'm still going to go Man City 2-1. Yeah, I'm not going to change it yet. Alba and Dest, says Stefan. Reece and Chilwell, says James. Yeah, but Reece doesn't start enough, really, for it to be him. I do like Reece James, but I don't think he starts enough. Di Maria with the cross. Ooh. Oh, Neymar. Oh, keeper's got it. Do your poor Sky Channels chant again, please, Mark, says Connor Demodi. If we get 80,000, I'll do my chant. If we get 80,000 on the petition tonight, I'll do the chant. And we're only 400 away. So keep signing that petition and I'll do my chant from last night. And I'll explain it why. Thoughts on the match so far, says Ben. Really like it. Daniel Smith says Ben and Shaw and Shaw. I'm really enjoying the game. Yeah, I'm really happy that there's been a goal. Obviously, I prefer it to be PSG than Man City, but ultimately I'm happy there's been a goal. I think it gives a game more intensity when it's 1-0 because one of the teams has got to try and get back into it. I think if it was 0-0, the levels would be down a little bit. Lovely ball out wide here to the left. Baka, he hasn't got a lot of support, but he rolls it in there to Neymar, who has looked very good so far. Verratti into Idrissa Gueye. But yeah, it's a very interesting game. I mean, I'd be very surprised in this game if we saw a sort of 3 or 4-0 to one team. I think that's the greatness about it. It's look at Verratti there. Lovely play by Verratti. I'm looking forward to watching Italy in the Euros as well. Another corner here. Looking forward to watching Italy in the Euros. We will be doing a lot of watch-alongs for the Euros on this channel, by the way. Make sure you subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. But yeah, another corner here coming in for PSG. Always wanting Pep to win. Mascherano, one of the best short sorter backs, and DMs Umtiti for sale this summer. I fancy taking him off our hands, says Jacob Allen. I think he's too injury prone for me, Umtiti. Di Maria with the corner. Oh, I tell you what, he whipped it towards the goal there. I think he fancied a shot. And Edison palms it out for another corner. And Mbappe's going to take this one. Neymar's on it, actually. I think he's going to look for a short corner, Neymar here. Thoughts on the under 23s, Mark? Helmers, huge, parallel, essential, says Lewis. So corner to PSG here. Surely they won't score from another one. Man City normally very good in the air. Oh, I tell you what, he's won it again. He's won it again. I think it's Paredes that time. Front post again. I tell you what, it's not far away. Bloody hell, that was close. Almost 2-0, says Nicholas, and it was. Front post, under pressure from Ruben Diaz. He gets direction on it, and it's just wide, about a metre wide. Oh, what's going on here? Edison has to slide in. Don't know what happened there because the cameras were showing the replay. Edison against Di Maria, and Edison got there just in front. It's out for a throw into PSG. It was a good header. It was a good header, Leo Walker from Paredes. It was. Man City just need to stay calm here because they're not creating anything. They're in the game, but they're not creating anything. PSG looking the danger side, and I think a lot of this is down to the fact that I wouldn't be surprised if Pep at some point brings on a Jesus or a Sterling or an Aguero and gives them a point of contact down the middle. Because at the moment, this false nine thing, it's not working. It's not working. Would I take Paredes at United to Shubash? Yeah, look, he's a shithouse. And what I mean by that is when you play against him, he gets on your tits. A bit like Herrera when he was at United. But I would take him, yeah. I think he's a very good player. I've said that for a couple of years now. But the false nine is not working for City at the moment. Do I think Paredes is handsome? Avesh, don't really think about things like that. I love Neymar. He's just the best player to watch, says James R. Thanks for the super chats, by the way. And Chris says City have got that deer in the headlights look at the moment. Oh, out from Kem. He says Kane to Liverpool, Messi to City, Ronaldo to United, Haaland to Chelsea. Wow, the Prem would be lit next season, wouldn't it? But, I do think that we haven't hit 80,000 on the petition yet. We're still 300 away, so keep signing it, please. Man City probably will buy a good striker in the summer because they need one, don't they? Aguero's going. Jesus. But it's the sort of number 9 that Pep will go for. It's a nice cross by De Bruyne, punched away by Navas. Yawning a lot today. It's because I was up late last night playing Grand Theft Auto. I was nearly falling asleep playing it. I need to train myself up to be able to play late again. Nice skill by Mbappe. Oh, that's a foul. That's going to be a yellow card. Cancelo. Late on Mbappe. João Cancelo. Yeah, it's late. That's proper late. Don't treat me like a fool. Da 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 da. Ooh. Grand Theft Auto's back tomorrow night. Stop talking about it, shite. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Oh, Foden on the left-hand side. Little dink. Header. Oh, it was going in. He's headed it away. They want a penalty for something, Man City here. God knows why. I'm a little bit confused. Neymar goes down. Kyle Walker on Neymar, a little bit late, but I wouldn't give anything about that. But Man City seem to want something from this cross from Foden. Oh, I don't know what they want. Oh, high foot. High foot by Paredes. Be very harsh to give a penalty for that. And they won't. 31 minutes gone. Intriguing game. 1-0 to PSG at the moment. Man City, I think, struggling playing the number 9. Needs to... It's not working. Neymar gets it wide. Di Maria. Overlap. Cross. Cleared. Still with Di Maria. PSG looking the more dangerous team when they get near the back. Is a lovely ball by Verratti. Mbappe. Oh, why did he not hit it first time? Baka blocked. PSG. City a little bit on the ropes here. Lovely dink ball by. I think it might have actually been. I think it was either. Well, I think it was Paredes. It might have been. I think it was actually. No, it was Verratti who played it in. Lovely ball into Mbappe, and he took a touch. It's one of those where maybe he should have hit it first time. But the chance is gone. Di Maria skips past Foden and Cancelo. Di Maria into Mbappe. Heavy first touch again. Mbappe's got sponge in his boots at the moment. When he needs magnets. It is raining out there. It's got Pep's arrogance written all over this, says James R. They're playing against two of the best players in the world. They need to play different, says James R. And who do you think is better, Haaland or Mbappe? Also, who would you prefer to be in the United squad out of them two? Love the content, says it's Clexy. I think that I prefer Mbappe. I think they're both fantastic, but I think I would prefer Mbappe because I think in the way that United play at the moment, we don't create many chances. So I think a player that can create chances out of nothing would suit us better. Yeah, but City actually at the moment probably a little bit fortunate not to be 2 down. They're offering absolutely nothing. And PSG looking the more dangerous side. Would any United player get into the PSG starting 11 system? Maybe Pogba in the pivot and Shaw at left back, says Joshua Bellwater. Luke Shaw would get in that PSG side, definitely. PSG are playing lovely football, Red Baron says. There's a nice ball over the top here for Di Maria and Edison. Blokes it into the stadium for a throw-in. Bruno could get in. I think Bruno could get in as well, yeah. And I think Pogba could get in as well. I mean, I don't think Bruno and Pogba would get in, but I think Pochettino would put Bruno in there, definitely. I think he'd put Pogba in there as well. But Luke Shaw would definitely be in there. Pochettino loves Luke Shaw as well. Slide rule pass, good tackle by Diaz. I used to wonder why Verratti was so highly rated, but he's made a couple of plays tonight that shows his absolutely quality, says Forever United. I'm a big fan of Verratti. PSG playing lovely football, says Red Baron. I'm a very big fan of Verratti. The problem with Verratti is you tend to watch PSG a lot when Verratti's not playing. He picks up quite a lot of injuries, which is probably why you haven't really spent a lot of time appreciating Verratti, because a lot of the times English clubs play PSG, he doesn't play. But yeah, he's a fantastic player. And I think Italy will be an interesting team in the Euros. Keep your eye out for Italy. Idrissa Gueye is a very good player as well. You know, he's the player that... look at Neymar. They're up for it, PSG. They're proper up for it tonight. They're playing some lovely stuff. Di Maria into Neymar. I'll tell you what they need to do though, PSG. In a game of 2 halves... or 4 halves, they need to get the second goal here. Because I tell you what, if Man City came out of this game with a 1-1 or a 1-0, I think they'd take it. Because they've been absolutely done over here. This is the same PSG we destroyed in the first game and second game until Martial missed an open goal and Fred red card. So frustrating, says Barry Haynes. Ollie should try a 4-5-1 formation. Fred as CDM and Pogba and Fernandez as cams, says Tarek. And I used to... yeah, okay, thank you for the super chats there. Please subscribe, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. We're nearly at 16,000. Everybody's welcome on here. Do a lot of watch-alongs. FIFA Career Mode's back tomorrow afternoon, by the way. But yeah, we do a lot of watch-alongs. And we'll be doing Euros and stuff as well. Second legs of these Champions League semi-finals, of course, next week. Weekend watch-along, I think, is 5:30 on Saturday. Chelsea against Fulham as well. Obviously, Liverpool Man United is the big weekend game. That will be on the United stand. Oh, good cross there. Could have been half a chance for City. And that's what I mean. Domination by PSG, but City could get a goal out of nothing. And then they've got the away goal and the game changes completely. Lovely cross by De Bruyne and Baka Reddit. Loving this game. Really loving it. I hope you're enjoying it as well. Both teams playing their part, but for me, PSG, and I think for many others, have been superb so far. 7 minutes to go to half-time. It's a corner for City. And Navas gets a punch on it, and Neymar brings it away, and he rolls it to Di Maria, and now the break is on, and he's going to look, he's going to pass it, simple, into Paredes. Mark, who do you hope goes into the Championship playoffs, says Reese? I don't even know. Favourite piece of footy commentary of all time, says Jack Kane. It's so easy. Clive Tildesley, 1999. And Manchester United's current manager has won it. Yeah. It's the way he says, and Solskjaer has won it. It's just the way his voice sounds like it's the last sentence he's ever going to say about that game. It's iconic because it's the way he says it. You feel like he's just going to, and Solskjaer has won it. I'm down the pub. You know, it's just absolutely superb. Superb. And I'm not, of course I'm biased on that. We're 200 away from getting to 80,000 on the petition, by the way. Please do give it, sign it and check your email so that you can verify it. It's pinned at the top of the chat and it's in the video description. Let's get reform in football. Let's get a fan's voice into football so they can never try and steal our football again. Mark, can people give Ollie credit? How Man United managed to deservedly beat both this side is beyond me, and Ollie does it constantly, says Yazza Said. And if Bournemouth win the playoffs, it will be the first time the 3 relegated teams come back, says Dane. And that's a little bit boring. And a lot of that's to do with the parachute payments, that they can afford to keep all their players when they get relegated and see if they come back again. Even better than Dennis Bergkamp, etc., says Jack Kane. I think the next goal in this game is key. If and wherever it comes. Because if it goes PSG 2-0, I feel that City have got a mountain to climb. If it goes 1-1, it could pop PSG's bubble. Lovely skill. He's done well. Neymar! Oh, he's got to give a penalty. He's not. He's not giving it. Wow, I thought that was going to be a penalty there. I thought someone was going to tap it in, and then there just seemed to be bodies, PSG players going to ground, and obviously it wasn't a penalty because the refs played on. Let's have a look back here. Into the box. Wow. Let's have a look. It's Mahrez on Neymar. It's a penalty. That's a penalty. That is such a penalty on Neymar. I can't believe it. Well, there's not a lot in it. I mean, it looks like a penalty to me. And Foden nearly scores at the other end, laid in by Bernardo Silva. He's got time to get his shot off in the box, and Navas keeps hold of it. It obviously isn't a penalty because there's not a massive upcry about it. Foden needs to go bottom corner there. Gay is like Fred, but 10 times better at passing. Random, but do you remember when we were excited about the Schmidfield? What a waste, says Adil. Yeah, we've had lots of false prophets, Manchester United. 4 minutes to go to half time. Lots of people saying it's not a penalty. Some people saying it's a clear penalty. Well, maybe that's why it wasn't given. It's not been given anyway. That's the main thing. But 3 minutes to half time, I would say that PSG deserve to be 2-0 up here. But it's a dangerous score. Man City can still come out of this game with a very good result. Mahrez caught on the ball. Idrissa Gueye gives it out wide to Mbappe. Good tackle. Good tackle, Cancelo. Yeah, I think Florenzini actually tripped. There was a PSG player in the box. I think Florenzini actually tripped up Neymar, to be honest. Mahrez was there. He definitely got took down, but I think it might have been the PSG player. It took me 30 minutes to notice Foden playing, says Red Devil. Well, I think Man City are struggling because of their lack of a number 9. I think the false 9 is not doing them any favours here. Shout out to Candice, who's in hospital. That's from Tack. Fabinho or Kante. It's quite funny actually, because when you play FIFA Draft, which I was playing on Twitch this afternoon, you pick your team and you have 5 players for each position, and I had to choose between Ndidi, Fabinho and Kante. And it took a bit of a debate, that did, in the chat. But that was a chance for Foden there. I think he's got to go low and hard, and he smashes it straight at the keeper. It's not a great shot, and Pep's not happy about it either. Greenwood scores that. I mean, look, Foden normally has got a very good finish on him, to be fair. Mbappe and Rashford is similar, the same players, says Tariq. I like Rashford, but I do think that at the moment Mbappe's higher level. But I think Rashford's been carrying an injury for a long time, and that's probably part of his problem. Be very, very surprised if Pep doesn't make a tactical change at half-time, because if you were a betting person, you'd say PSG will score next. Doesn't mean that Man City can't score next, but realistically, in the balance of the play, PSG have been the better side. Verratti's been superb. Neymar's been very good. Di Maria's been good. Paredes and Idrissa Gueye have been very good. And the PSG defensive line, most of the time, they've got a cigar on. But the passing from the midfield of PSG have just been very, very good. Lovely ball out to Mbappe here. He's got 4 players on him very quickly. He's trying to do it all on his own there. I think Mbappe's trying to do too much. Oh, now Bernardo Silva's trying to do too much. He's not at the races at the moment, Mbappe. Chelsea PSG final, Chelsea to win it, says Maxwell. Too early to say, but I think we've got some interesting games. 2.5 interesting games to come. 2 next week and half of this one still to go. Lovely play there by Mbappe. He must have heard me. Let Man City clear it. 30 seconds of the first half to go. You don't want it to end. It's been such a good game. And Man City firmly in the shadow of PSG at the moment, who've been superb. But now City, have they got a chance to 10 seconds to go? Can they get a chance in the last 10 seconds of the half? Gundogan. Out wide to Foden. Be a real sucker punch to get one just before half time. And the ref blows. What a half. What a half of football we've just had there. Absolutely fantastic. And it's been cracking. It's been cracking, so it has. I've really enjoyed it. I hope you have as well. Dominant from PSG. I think PSG have had the same, whereas Chelsea last night did it for 25 minutes against Real Madrid. PSG have done it for the whole half. And that's taking nothing against Real Madrid or Man City. But I think PSG have just been the better side in that first 45 minutes. I've really enjoyed it. And I think PSG have been superb. And you've got to give a big, big credit to Pochettino. And I think it's an advantage that he's played against Pep before with Spurs. And when he's played against Spurs, when Poch has played Klopp and Pep with Spurs, he's played them with inferior players. And here he is tonight playing Pep with, basically, you can't make any excuses. You've got a great squad. I've got a great squad. Let's play ball. And I think we've seen a tactical masterclass from Pochettino in that first half. The high line, the narrow line. They've given up the width. They're not bothered if Mahrez and Walker get it on that side, or Cancelo and Foden get it on that side, because he knows they ain't going to whip across in anyway. Narrow, 2 banks of 4, sometimes a 5. Neymar and Mbappe will drop in. And then when we get the ball, we're going to pass it well, we're going to pass it forward, and we're going to pass it quick. Paredes and Idrissa Gueye have moved the ball fantastically well and broken up the play. Verratti's been superb. Neymar's been brilliant. Di Maria's been brilliant. And of course, Mbappe's been a bit in and out of the game, but, you know. And their defensive line's been very good as well. For a man, PSG have been really good in that half. It doesn't mean Man City are out of it. It doesn't mean Man City are out of it at all. I think Manchester City's problem in that half is that the false 9, which is a very, very clever way to play football. And I've said this so many times. If you're going to get your team to play with a false 9, you've got to drill them. You've got to absolutely drill them, get the tactics going, etc., etc. And, you know, if you're Sam Allardyce, it's hoof the ball up forward, get physical. And let me hear your body talk. Get physical. So Pep's, you know, fantastic coach and very, very analytical and puts a lot of work into it. But it's not working. The false 9 isn't working. And realistically, I think PSG deserve to be 2-0 up at half-time. So fantastic from Pochettino, fantastic from PSG. We're only a quarter into the game. It's half-time in this, but there's another game to come at the Etihad. I think if you're PSG, they've got 2 objectives here. Don't concede an away goal, because that gives you a huge advantage at the Etihad. And actually, let's get the second goal. Let's win this game 2-0 and let's make it really difficult for City. City at the moment, if Pep could get a 1-1, I think he'd be happy, he'd be over the moon. 1-0, he'd probably take it based on that first half. If they can turn it around into a win, it's happy days. But on that first half, PSG. But I don't think we're going to see 2 games where PSG play like that first half. Man City are too good to be outdone across the whole tie. So PSG might look back on that and go, you know what, we really should have been 2-0 up, because when Man City have their time, they might score a few themselves. PSG look knackered. Well, I think City needs Sterling, says Loftus-Blake. We're 100 people away from 80,000 signatures on the petition, by the way. I'm just going to give it a shout out. Please do sign the petition. It's in the video description. It's also pinned to the live chat. This is a petition for the British government to properly debate the structure of ownership in Premier League football clubs, because we cannot have a situation where clubs can go behind players, managers and fans back and try and take us into a franchised fake football Super League without any of us knowing anything about it. So please sign the petition. This is for all fans. This is for everybody. Please sign it. We're trying to get it up to 100,000 ASAP so it can be debated in government in this country. If we don't get there, we can't do it. We've had like 50,000 people vote it on 2 days. So please keep getting it signed. And if you've already signed it, get other people to sign it. Copy the link. Get your mum and dad to sign it. Get your girlfriend to sign it, your boyfriend to sign it, your mates to sign it. Get everybody to sign it. Let's get it to 100k and you can say I was part of that movement that got it done. So please sign it. We're trying to get up to 80,000 tonight. Let's have a look at some of your chats. James says, do you think Pep is overthinking with this high line? PSG are having way too much fun for it. There's not enough pace in that front three, James. The false 9 is not working. It's getting very congested. What Poch is doing is squashing City. He's squashing them. They're playing a high line and they're playing a narrow line because they're not scared of crosses into the box and they're not scared of the ball over the top. And City just can't get up the pitch. Man City are used to teams dropping and they get to the edge of the box and they pass it around. They do a little peppy tiki-taka football and they'll find a penalty or a goal. But if you play a high line, there's no out ball. There's no out ball at the moment. Can't believe Barca didn't knock them out in the second leg. Dembele's finishing let us down. Pep played Fabregas at false 9 at Barca. Similar results, says Jacob Allen. Neymar, clearly the world's best player. Idiots in the Prem think Kevin De Bruyne is close. He's a better player than Ronaldo was at his peak. And I'm a Man United fan, says Suki. You're not a Man United fan. They shouldn't have played De Bruyne at the weekend, says Andy. I mean, I like Neymar, but comparing Neymar to prime Messi or prime Ronaldo is just ridiculous. I think people either don't remember it or are judging Ronaldo on now. Don't think City will play the first half like this one. No, I don't think they will do so as well. I don't think City can play like that for 90 minutes. Although, let's give Chelsea some credit. 2 weeks ago, Wembley, FA Cup semi-final, very similar half. Man City couldn't create anything. They couldn't get in the game. And Chelsea, maybe Pochettino watched that game. He certainly did. The way that Chelsea played against Manchester City in that first half at Wembley, very similar to this game, really. They've played a higher line. They've got hold of the ball. They've pressed them and they've moved the ball really well as well. Unpopular opinion, but Bailly and Twansebi after a few runner games would be our best centre-back pairing, says Ashe. I don't disagree with you, Ashe. I don't disagree with you at all. Second half predictions, Mark. That's the exciting thing about it. I don't know. I don't know what the second half is going to hold. I really don't. At the end of the day, you want to see 2 epic ties. So that's what you want to see. You want to see 2 fantastic games, and I think hopefully we're going to see that, because I think the best thing is that it's 1-0 to one of them, because it just, as I said in the first half, when it's 1-0, it just gives, if it's 0-0, they're both having a try, but they're like, oh, we've got something to hold on to. 1-0, it's like Man City have got to go for it a little bit more. I said 2-1 to Man City. I'm probably going to be wrong on that, but oh, please subscribe, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. You're very welcome on the channel. We do a lot of watch-alongs on here. Everybody's welcome. That's why it's called That's Football. It's not club-specific. And you're all very welcome. So please subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Tiki-taka football is dead. Well, It's only half time, Saga. Mark, my City mates think that Mahrez is holding on to the ball too much and frustrating to watch. Thoughts, says James London. I'm a big fan of Man City. Sorry, I'm not a big fan of Man City. Don't clip that. I'm a big fan of Mahrez. I really do like Mahrez, and I'd love him at Manchester United. We haven't got a winger like that. He's probably holding on. Sometimes you've got to look at why a player's holding on to the ball too much. I think Mahrez likes to hold on to the ball. I think Mahrez likes to run at a player. But I think Mahrez also likes to put a cross into the box. And he can't put a cross in the box. So I think Mahrez is probably holding on onto the ball a lot because there's nowhere for him to go. Mark, what do you think about fans storming the pitch at 51 minutes at all future games to try and get 50+1 rule through? Unsure personally about 50+1, says Umar. Well, they can't storm the pitch at the moment because they're not in the ground. Mates, they're not in the ground. We've gone past 80,000 on the petition. Fantastic work from everybody. Keep signing it. Keep getting other people to sign it. If we can get 90,000 next, we're only 10,000 away from that magic 100. So come on. Everybody's doing fantastic stuff. Brilliant. Love it. Keep signing the petition. Share it to your mates. Get loads of people to sign it. Let's get this debated by government. Come on. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'll do my song in a bit as well. I did say I'd do my song. What was the question that I've dodged? It wasn't a dodged question. How can you storm the pitch on 51 minutes when we've got no fans in the ground? Do you think Leicester will make top 4 this season, unlike last season, Mark, says Ajan? I do. I think that the top 4 now will be Man City, Man United, Leicester, and either Chelsea or Liverpool. I'd love West Ham to do it, but I don't think that they will. Thanks to Toby for signing the petition. Big up to you. Do you think Arsenal will get bought? I think Arsenal have got a buyer. I think the fans want that buyer, but the owner won't sell. And this is the problem you've got. This is why it's really important to sign the petition and try and put pressure on people who can put pressure on the owners of these clubs, because these owners aren't going to sell. You can have a protest. And you can have a buyer. But it doesn't mean the owner's going to sell. We want you to sell. We've got a buyer. I'm not selling. So, Ryan says, why don't other channels promote the petition? Don't know. Why has the media gone quiet? Why have certain big personalities gone quiet? It just seems that it's down to certain fans to push this now. Also, City is City Bowl dual jobs. PSG go and crush them, says Emil. Look, I don't think this is over by a long way. I think you look at the bench that Pep's got, and there's plenty of options in there. Liam signed it and he's a West Ham fan. Look, West Ham's running in the Premier League. They could win all their games. But for West Ham, it's a challenge to win any game, isn't it? Because it's not like when United play Burnley, you'd expect United to win. When West Ham play Burnley, they'd like to win, but they can't guarantee they're going to win. So, look, they've got a chance. West Ham have definitely got a chance, but they've got to be careful. They've just got to go for it and see what happens. Do you like Red Stripe beer, Mark? Says Chris Kempson. I do. Red Stripe, 20 Banos, Betty. Come on, mad farney. That used to be me down pub when I was 17, down local pub. They had I don't know why they had Red Stripe on tap. This was a rural pub, and they had Red Stripe on tap. I loved it. And the local newsagents they stocked Benson and Edges. So I'd walk in there with me sideys that weren't really sideys because I couldn't grow them, but it was just long hair, with me fleece jacket on and me Adidas Gazelles. I'd be like this. Pint of Red Stripe, Donny. His name was Don, but I used to call him Donny. Wasn't Donny van der Beek. I was ahead of my time. Pint of Red Stripe, mate. Rack 'em up. Playing a bit of Get Oasis on the jukebox. Mad for it. What are you talking like that for? You never talk like that. I've always spoke like this. Shut it. Do you want some? Hi Mark, would you, that's football, sponsor your local women's team, Solihull Moors Women FC, says David Healy. I'd consider a sponsorship, yeah. Why not? Frosty Jacks. I don't think I ever drank that, Gaz. Donny van der Pint. Mark, can you say Ed is a joke man? And who do you think is City's best player, says Madders. My personal feeling about Man City's best player is De Bruyne. Yeah. Manchester United, that's what club became to me after Super League debacle, says Chrysler. City have been really slow, no intensity up front. Cancelo has been off the mark as well. Man City have a decent chance if they put their foot on the gas. Don't think PSG can have a half like that again, says Jados. Mark, are you a big fan of Doctor Who? If so, who is your favourite? No, I hate it, Raj. Absolutely hate Doctor Who. I used to watch it a little bit when I was younger, but actually, around that sort of age when I used to speak with a Manchester accent, my sister used to like Doctor Who, so I used to come into the living room before I was going down the pub. I'm off down pub, Mum. I'm having 5 pints of Red Stripe and 20 Bennos, and I'd hear the theme tune in, and I'd just go into my sister in the living room and I'd go. He's doing it again, Mum. I don't like Doctor Who. No. Mike says, Mark, I turned 21 yesterday and work suspended me for turning up high as a kite, so pumped for Roma tomorrow, says Mike. There you go. There you go. Favourite song from Liam McGallagher's solo collection. Seen him live in Newcastle in 2017 when he first toured. He's got some great songs on his album, says Jacob. I don't really listen to Noel or Liam independently because it's not the same. I like Oasis. I don't like individual. I like Oasis. That's what I like. Mark, we need to sign Neymar. He's 20 times better than Sancho. Well, Neymar signed the new contract, hasn't he? Thanks everyone who's signing the petition, talking about signing things. Shaggy in the house. Wind your belly. Wiggle your belly. It's actually good if you've got lower back pain. That's why I do it. Petition signed, says Eva. Thank you very much, Eva. Big up, big up. And City will probably buy Haaland because they need a striker. But does Haaland fit into the City way of playing? You know? Does he? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, players are coming out and PSG have done it again. I told you they'd do it again. They've done it again. They've made Man City wait. They've done this against Bayern Munich. I don't like this tactic, but they do it. Right, players are coming out here. They've played the psychological game here. It must come from the manager. Mark, just a guess. If Bruno asked Bailey to extend his contract knowing our board and knowing he is the best in our defence with Maguire, says Anup. Hi Mark, would you play Ghost of Tsushima? It is one of the prettiest games and I think you'll enjoy it, says Emil. Never heard of it. Shows the levels behind City. They need one key player to complete their squad. We need 3 or 4 players just to compete with their 11, not including the bench, says Sam Bowden. Ref's ready to kick this off. And we're off for the second half. So, what do you think is going to happen in the second half? There's no substitution from City. So, Pep is sticking with his plan. I think Pep's quite stubborn with that, though, isn't he? He doesn't like to change his plan, does he? Hold on. I can't find my super chat. I can't find my chat. I found it now. Speaking of Neymar, he's spoken of how happy he is at PSG and whatnot, but other good sources saying he wants to go back to Barca and play with Messi, says Jacob Allen. And there's more chance of Messi going to PSG, isn't there? Liam solo albums sound more Oasis than Noel solo albums, says Afif. Well, Liam is the sound of Oasis, isn't he? And Noel is the songwriter of Oasis. Thanks everyone who's signing the petition, by the way. It's pinned in the chat and it's also in the video description. Thanks everyone who is signing it. Second half has kicked off and we are got a free kick for Man City here. Don't think it matters if Haaland fits City style or not. He's going to score loads of goals anyways, is Marketing James. Well, no, I disagree with that. I do disagree with that. Because if you put Lukaku in the Man City side, it doesn't suit it. You know, they can't ping the ball into him and play little 5-yard passes. You've got to get lots of ball into the box for Lukaku. And I think with Haaland, you've got to hit a ball over the top for him to run onto as well. So I think Haaland would be a good player at Man City. But is he the right player for Man City? Depends whether Pep thinks he can be or not. I'm not saying he won't be, but I don't think that... Thanks. I don't think that Haaland will end up at Man City. For a lot of reasons, really. I think the price as well. It's the Abu Dhabi, says Joshua Tan. Right, let's see if we can see a good second half here. I think we will do. And after 45 minutes, and it's interesting, isn't it? It's like 4 slices of a pizza, really. That first slice is definitely PSG and Poch. But City are going to have a go here, and that goes off De Bruyne for a goal kick. Thanks for signing it, Luke. Do you have a favourite kit number, says Skip? Well, 7, obviously. I like 7, 16 and 39. Hi, Mark. Can you please say up? No, I don't know what it means, Dylan, so I can't say it. Thanks, Manron. I did, Miles Williams. Here's Mbappe down the left. Lovely play. Carl Walker does well, though. I think the great thing about this game is that both teams are so comfortable on the ball and happy to play first touch. Now, watch Manchester United when we play and then watch these two teams when they play. The difference in how quickly they move the ball is night and day. It really is. It's first touch as well. Cancelo's gone down injured here. I don't know what's wrong with him. Apart from he's injured. It's a throw into PSG anyway. It wasn't a foul. Thank you for the super chat, Lee Houghton. I'd rather sign Rice over Ndidi. I do like Ndidi, but I think I'd rather sign Rice. Hi, Mark. How's the petition going? Says Mark. We basically took this over. I was aware of the petition last Friday. I think it was. I signed it, and it was. I checked it back on Tuesday and it was on 32,000. I thought, screw this. This is just going to fall away. So we've started pushing it across our socials and getting other people to sign it. And we've gone from 32,000 to 80,000 in 2 days. So I want 100,000 by Friday. That's what I want to do so we can move on to something else. So thanks everyone who's signing it. Let's get it to 100,000 and you know, let's do it. How do you feel about the portrayal of British men in television and movies as intelligent and romantic, like Downton Abbey or A Room with a View? Well, Downton Abbey was a long time ago, healthy and horny. And Scooby-Doo, says Tom Walker. Yeah, I've got my Scooby-Doo pyjamas on, so I have Scooby-Doo. But Man City a little bit better in this second half. They're moving it around nicely. What would be the best way to contact you about a potential sponsorship of the Moors Women, Mark? Says David Healy. Trying to think what the best way would be to contact me. Well, hold on a minute. Di Maria gets the tackle in. If you are you on Twitter, David? Because I can always follow you on Twitter and you can send me a direct message then. Mark, hope you're well these days. This might be a frequently asked question, but I'll ask you once again. Why don't you start playing Pro Evo? I would love to see that, says Pratik, because I don't know. The honest answer is laziness, really. You made 80k, it's time for the Sky chant, says Connor Demodi. Well, a lot of people don't know what this chant is all about. Good tackle by Di Maria, and it's a foul on Di Maria. Ref's probably been a little bit biased towards PSG, if I'm honest. Little bit. So, basically, I was telling a story last night. He's gone down injured here, so I can tell the story. Di Maria has gone down injured. I was telling this story last night. We're talking about TV channels. And when I was a lad, we used to have 4 channels. BBC One, BBC Two, ITV, and Channel 4. And we got Sky. And Sky had 9 channels, and that was it. Sky One, Sky News, Movie Channel, Sky Movies, Sky Sports, Eurosport, MTV, Screen Sports, and I think it was Lifestyle. 9 channels. And it was amazing, because we only had 4, and then we had 9. And I was only about probably 9, 10, 11 when we got that. I can't remember how old I was. But I was so proud of having Sky. And because we weren't particularly... I come from a working class background. I'm proud to say that. Genuinely. And a lot of my mates do as well. And there's nothing wrong if you came from another... I've got no problem with if you came from a rich background. But, you know, there you go. So when we got Sky, I felt I was rich. And I sort of became snobby. And I turned my back on my roots. And people would walk down the streets and I'd go... You're shit and you're poor. You're shit and you're poor. I've got 9 channels. You've only got 4. That's the chant that I was singing last night. So, you're shit and you're poor. You're shit and you're poor. I've got 9 channels. You've only got 4. You're shit and you're poor. You're shit and you're poor. I've got 9 channels. You've only got 4. But the justice is, I did get beat up by the older kids when I sang it on the school bus. So, you know. The lesson is, don't be a big head and don't forget your roots. If we can get to a petition to 82,500 before the match ends, I'll donate 100 to charity, says MIPSH. Well, look, thanks for that. Let's go for 82,500 on there, and the £100 can go towards charity then. And I'll tell you what, I'll match that £100 if we can get to 82,500 as well. So we'll have to think of a charity to do it. Hi Mark, I'm a Man United fan, but I have no beef against Man City. I think they play really exciting football and I don't see the point on hating them. Love the content, by the way. I love Man United, says Loopy. I don't hate Man City. I think after last week, I don't really hate any football club anymore. I think football came together last week in a way I was really proud of. And rivalries need to exist. I don't want Man City to win because they're our rival. It's as simple as that. Man City wouldn't want United to beat PSG either. So, you know, I think any City fan that's pissed off that I don't want them to win isn't a real City fan, because City wouldn't want Man United to win and Liverpool wouldn't want United to win either. But I don't hate Man City. I think when your football club has tried to destroy football, which the Glazers did, I can't ever say that Man City or Chelsea are ruining football. Hi Mark, I'm turning 18 in a few days. What is your go-to drink at the pub? PS, love the content, says Mayo. Probably mainly a pint. Yeah. Zane, Mark score predictions tomorrow. Oh, hold on a minute. Mbappe's in. He's on his own. Needs some support. Gets past Stones. And again. Cross. Oh! He can't believe it, Verratti. He can't believe it, Verratti. Mbappe stands up, Stones, skins him, whips it in. How is Verratti? He's in the 6-yard box as the cross comes in. How does Verratti not put it in? Oh, my life. Oh, my life. Verratti. That should have been 2-0. Lovely play by Mbappe, and it's a corner to PSG. That should have been 2-0. That should have been 2-0. I normally like a pint of lager. Sorry. A pint of lager would be my go-to drink in the pub. I do like a gin and tonic, but I think it can be unfortunate. And it doesn't bother me. But if you're out with your mates and you go to the bar and your mate's going to the bar and there's 5 of you and he goes, "What's everyone want? Lager, lager, lager. I'll have a rhubarb and ginger G&T, please." You might, unfortunately, it's wrong, but you might get laughed at. Thanks for signing it, Cartel. Pint of Red Stripe. If I'm playing pool, Lewis, you're right, yeah. Scores tomorrow, Zane. I think United will beat Roma 3-1. I do think Arsenal will beat Villarreal, but I think both ties are really interesting. How good? Again, it's La Liga against the Premier League again, isn't it? I think the Premier League's better than La Liga, but Real Madrid and Chelsea drew. Chelsea deservedly beat Atletico Madrid. Madrid deservedly beat Liverpool. So it's La Liga against the Prem again. And then I think with Roma, you just don't know what you're going to get with United. You do not know what you're going to get. I have signed it and shared across my Facebook, says Luke Harrison. Yeah, remember, you can take that petition link and share it to all your mates and stuff. I was saying to people on the United Stand today, if you already signed it, the next step is to try and get 10 other people to sign it. Because if we all individually do that, I've got about 50 people to sign it so far. There's a pint for you this weekend, Mark. Great content, says MS Keddy. Thank you very much for the super chat there. And hi, Mark, my Twitter handle is David Healy84. And the women's team handle is thanks for at least considering and keep up the good work. Okay, mates, I will have a look at that now. Tar. And hi, Mike. Big ups from New Zealand. Currently awake at 3 a.m. watching this, hoping City don't win. Score prediction against Liverpool. I think it'll be a draw, mate. I think it'll be a draw, yeah. I'm going to go 1-1 in that. David, I'm following you, but for some reason it won't let me message you. I don't know why. Maybe you need to follow me back. David is the first team manager at Solihull Moors Women FC. Cool. Look, if there is anybody in football out there that you want to use, like United Stand or That's Football, to help you out and stuff, or like, you know, get involved. We're even looking at doing like a sort of a series for that, for United Stand actually, where I come and sort of not manage the team for a day, but spend a day with a lower league manager. So, you know, something like that. Solihull Moors would be great actually, because it's just down the road from me. It would be good to do a sort of fly on the wall sort of thing. Goldbridge trains with Solihull Moors and manages them for a week or something like that. We need more fans at Solihull Moors. Lovely little ground. Solihull Moors. I could get Solihull Moors to be everybody's second team from all around the world. All around the world, you gotta spread the word. Tell them what you heard. You're gonna make a better day. All around the world. That's a bit of a shit Oasis song, but it's okay. Right, hi Mark, what do you think about from Leicester? Would be a good signing for Man United. I've never heard of him, Felix. My preferred drink at the pub is a Ladyboy. It's a lager, gin and tonic and a Bailey's Chaser. Refreshing and curdling, says Luke Jones. He's out on Friday night, isn't he, Partridge? Whoa! De Bruyne overhead kick just over the bar. Do you think the Glazers will hold back on transfer this summer, says Lee Houghton? God knows. If we get Sharteta, who should we go for? Says Zane. I knew you'd want to get rid of Arteta because Spurs are looking for a coach. It was good technique there. Cancelo comes off. Zinchenko comes on. Do you like Birmingham, says Jacob? I didn't really like it when I first came down, but over the last 10 years, there's been a lot of change in Birmingham around the train station, pubs, rejuvenation of the city centre, pedestrianisation. Oh, no, I'm only joking. No, but I actually rate Birmingham now. I think it's. I mean, obviously we've been in lockdown for a year, so it's hard to say come and visit. But there's nice areas of Birmingham now, and there's some fantastic pubs and restaurants and hotels and stuff. Yeah, there's a lot. There's more to Birmingham than the Ring Road. There's more to Birmingham than the Ring Road, and Solihull's a nice area of the world as well. Got a lovely John Lewis. I live in the USA and I want more football content on my Twitter feed. If the comments can drop their Twitter handle, I will follow, says Forever United. There you go. Following people on Twitter. There you go. If you're on Twitter, don't mind a bit of that. At Mark Goldbridge, just make sure you follow me. Yeah, but when I first came to Birmingham about 10 years ago, I wasn't a massive fan. David Page says the petition has been signed by me and the missus and it's shared all over my socials. Thank you everyone who's doing that. Thanks everyone who's doing that. What was I going to say? Yes, what I was going to say is this. Man City have been better second half, haven't they? They've pressed higher up the pitch. PSG are playing a deeper line. Half-time probably came at the right time for City. If City can get a goal here... I mean, look, if this finished 1-1, City come out of it through. If they can get 0-0 at the Etihad. So, I mean, the game's funny, isn't it? And I think City have played a lot better this half, although Zinchenko makes the mistake there. Di Maria skips past Gundogan. Knew he's got him on toast for pace. Still, good tackle, Zinchenko. He's giving the ball away there, though. Rashford the Goat says, I've signed the petition and I've posted it on my Snapchat story and 20 people have already signed it. This is the power. This is the power. Bernardo Silva into Mahrez. Kyle Walker's going to make the run. He's into the box. Kyle Walker. Cross comes in. Marquinhos puts it out for a corner. Lovely play by Kyle Walker there. Marquinhos does well. What do you think about the pedestrianisation of Norwich City Centre, says JJ? Well, I tell you what, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. What was her name? Who was he with when he was in bed with when he said that? I can't remember her bloody name. I should know her name. It wasn't Sue. What was her name? Had chocolate mousse all over him. 100 to charity if we can get the petition to 82,500. Please sign everyone. Football fans. Oh, it's a goal for City! What has Keylor Navas done there? What a shit goal to concede. Yeah, it makes you want to throw up. It makes you want to throw up. It is such a shit goal. All that work in the first half and City get an away goal like that. You can't fucking believe it. I mean, look, fair play to City, but this is absolutely crap. Comes to De Bruyne. He's miles out. He puts a cross in and it bounces into the goal. It's a crap goal. It's a great goal for City, but what a crappy goal to concede. Really is. Oh, well, that's a massive goal. What a crap goal to concede. I tell you what, if you're Man City, you take that. You bloody do. But if you're PSG, and the fact that it's an away goal as well, that is going to be a real kick in the nuts for Pochettino and PSG, that. You work hard, and that. It's a crap goal. Charlie McNeil's a fantastic player, Dylan Newton. I really got high hopes for him in a couple of years for United's first team. Yeah, fantastic player. Kevin De Bruyne. Oh, it's a lucky goal. De Bruyne, it's not even a shot from De Bruyne, it's a cross. It's one of those crosses, isn't it? But it's crap goalkeeping. And you need a bit of luck. You need a bit of luck. If you're going to win the trophy, you need a bit of luck. And City they've come. Look, to be fair to City, second half they've come out. They've gone for it a little bit. Neb says, I go to Solihull Moors home and away. You would love it on an away day. Says, I've been to a couple of the home games. Behind the goal, the I don't know what you call yourself, the ultras or whatever. I've seen you bantering the opposition. Michael's right. That's why when you cross, you aim for the back post. Oh, it is 1-1. Yeah, I haven't changed the score. Well, I did say that. I said that about 5 minutes before the goal. If City can come away with a 1-1 here, you'd never have thought that at half-time. And they've got the away goal as well. So, massive goal for them. Please subscribe, by the way, everybody. Got over 16,000 watching. Second legs next week. We're 100 subscribers away from 388,000. So, please subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. I did say 2-1 to City. I said 2-1 to City, and I think they've got the momentum now. PSG are... I wouldn't say the goal was undeserved, Randy. I think it's a lucky goal, but I wouldn't say it's undeserved. I think they've been better, Manchester City second half, but the goal's lucky. But luck exists in football. Welcome to the party, pal. To be fair, 1-1, 2-1 sets it up brilliantly for the second leg anyway, doesn't it? But Man City have gone up some gears here second half. They've had the bollocking, haven't they? They've had the bollocking. They're playing a lot more energetic. They're moving the ball a lot quicker. And PSG have dropped off a bit. Arsenal-Roma in 2 weeks. Is that when the Europa League final's not in 2 weeks. Jill will be sleeping with me tonight, says Harry Lund. That was her name, Jill. The Ginger Pele. I tell you what, Pele annihilated me this afternoon. Not like that. I said annihilated, not something else. And yeah, I was playing on foot drafts, and the opposition had a bloody icon Pele. FIFA have already had an email saying, can he claim the goals in real life? The way this game's going at the moment, 20 minutes to go, I'd fancy City to get the winner. They've got the momentum at the moment. I got the poison! I got the remedy! Who remembers that from Prodigy? Used to like the Prodigy. Or Prodigy. Smack my bitch up! Smack my bitch up! Smack my bitch up! I'm the fire starter. Twisted fire starter. Always giving a foul on the edge of the box here. I tell you what, De Bruyne will fancy this. De Bruyne will fancy this. PSG running out of energy. To be fair, a few of you did say it at half time. Will PSG have the energy in the second half? And at the moment, the answer to that is no, they don't. Maybe needs to make some substitutions. Every loser wins. Once the dream begins. Right, De Bruyne is behind this. It's a good opportunity for the Ginger Pele, as he's been christened by the live chat. Here he is. They're having it. Well, it might, to be fair, Mahrez might hit it. Mahrez might hit this. 20 minutes to go. I tell you what, if Man City... I predicted 2-1. If Man City make it 2-1, can PSG come back from 2 away goals? It's very difficult when a team scores 2 away goals. De Bruyne is going to hit it. Up steps the Ginger Pele. But Mahrez hits it and he scores. He scored. I tell you what. Complete turnaround. I think PSG have fucked it. I think PSG have fucked this up big time. I really do. PSG have bottled it. 2-1 City. He goes round. He goes through the wall, does it? He can't get there. You never would have predicted this at half time. You never would have predicted it. Does it go through the wall? You never... I mean, this is the wonder of football, really. You never would have predicted this at half-time. Football, eh? I did say 2-1. I did say 2-1 to City as well. People said after the first 20 minutes, do you want to change your score? Never change your bloody score. Not unless you've gone 1-0 and it's 3-0. You might want to change your score then. But never change your score if it's still on, because you just... Football can change around. This game has changed on half-time. If they played 90 minutes without an half-time, PSG would have won this 2 or 3-0. But that half-time and what Pep's done at half-time, tactically, Poch had the first half, Pep's had the second half. I think PSG should have had 2 goals in the first half. They didn't. Second half, City have had a lucky goal and a free kick. And it's 2-1. Football can just change around. But PSG... have bottled this so far. They're going to have a massive game in the Etihad, and I think they're going to need a goal in this second half here. Because otherwise they've got to score 2. Neymar in the box. Can't do it all on his own. I'd like to see that free kick again. I don't know what he did with that free kick. It looked impossible what he did. Mark, you jinxed it. Thought my prediction was spot on, says C. Kelly. Thanks to everyone who's signing the petition as well. We're up to 80,500 already here. 15 minutes to go. That's it. Marion from next door's recycling bins are going in the river, says Joshua Bowater. It was going so well as well. I mean, I don't want City to win. I'm not going to cry about it. I don't want them to win. But I did predict they would win. I did say 2-1. I don't want to keep telling you I predicted right, but PSG have only got themselves to blame. I thought Mbappe was a bit wasteful in the first half. Oh, Neymar's going to get booked here. Barging over Diaz. PSG are getting pelters in the live comments. Is Bilbo Baggins on the City bench? Says David Page. I don't know who Bilbo is. They've got quite a few small players. Could be Sterling, could be Aguero. Callum says you can't take the bottle jobs out of Poch. It's one of those if you're PSG though, because both goals really, when you think about it, it's the wonder of football. And I don't want Man City to win, but it's the wonder of football. It's been a very equal second half. PSG first half, better side. Second half, Man City the better side, but both goals really are... I mean, the first goal should never go in and the second goal's a free kick. The turnaround is ridiculous. But from Man City's point of view, the big kicker in this game is that they're winning and that they've got 2 away goals. It makes it ridiculously hard for PSG if it stays like this. If they win 2-0 at the Etihad, they go through. But to beat City by 2 clear goals at the Etihad will be very difficult because City defend very, very well. PSG need to find... Well, it's not... Obviously, the tie's not over. Even if it finishes 2-1, but it's a difficult tie. If City score again, it's over, James. Yeah. What was the score in the first leg between Bayern and PSG? That was at Bayern. Was it like 3-2 or something like that? Even that. And to be fair to Pep, he's persisted with the false 9, hasn't he? Stubborn Pep, and it's worked. I mean, some would say it's been a bit lucky that it's worked, but it's still worked. He hasn't changed that false 9 thing. And here we go again. City are turning it on now. And this is the thing. It's like PSG in the first half. Man City are like PSG in the first half at the moment. Everything's going their way. The confidence is there. PSG can't get near the ball. Gundogan's been injured here by Idrissa Gueye. I think Gundogan's staying here to get him sent off. I don't think there's anything wrong with him. Sent him off. Sent him off. It's all going City's way. It's all going City's way. Let's have a look at this. It must be reckless to get a red. Well, let's have a look here. Let's have a look here. I mean, it's definitely a red. I mean, from what was a perfect first half from PSG, they've gone and turned out a bloody nightmare second half. That's a red. It's a red every day of the week. I hadn't seen it from that angle. It's an awful tackle. It's a bloody disgrace. Absolute disgrace. It's petulant. It's late. He could have snapped his bloody Achilles tendon in half. He's coming off. It's a definite red. A definite red. It's a disgusting tackle. And what can you say? What can you say? Mark Prodigy makes me think of Wipeout 2097 on PlayStation and superb 90s tunes. 5-star song now in my head. Cheers, mate, says Andy and Bruno. And I'm trying to go for PSG as they didn't enter Super League, but I really don't want Di Maria winning anything. I can't stand him, says Kieran. They're in trouble now. They're in trouble now. Di Maria comes off. Danilo comes on. For PSG, the best they can get out of this is 2-1. But if you're City, 10 minutes against 10 men, away goals there, you could finish this. You could finish it. You could finish this game off. Huge credit to Diaz and Stones. Without them, we would have been 3 or 4 down at half time, says Harvey C. And disgusting tackle, says Centurion 100 point. 100%. Look, I'll have a moan about the game being gone. I don't think Stones sending off against Villa was a sending off. I don't think Cooper against City was a sending off. And I thought McTominay's goal being disallowed was a disgrace, but against Spurs. But I've never. If you want an example of a red card, that was a red card. That's the sort of tackle you give a red card for, not bloody John Stones or Cooper for Leeds. That's a red card. Doesn't matter whether you want City to win or not. It's a disgusting tackle, absolutely disgusting. Anybody who thinks that's not a red. It's late. It's on the back of his leg. It's got no place in football, that. No place at all. And for for this game to have anything left in it, PSG need to keep it to 2-1. If City get a third, I think it's over. I mean, I think City have got a one foot in the final already at 2-1 with 2 away goals, but bloody hell, they've got 10 minutes to destroy him now. And they're on the attack again with Mahrez. Danilo. And he's lost the ball there. They can't get hold of the ball here, PSG. I wonder whether they should bring Herrera on. Why would you not bring Herrera on? Here's Bernardo Silva into the box. They're full of confidence at the moment, City. I mean, to be fair, full of confidence. One of their goals was bloody jammy. But good cross, and Navas gets hold of it. One of the goals was jammy. The other was a free kick and a sending off. Change. Absolute change. Please subscribe, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. We were very close to 388,000. We're on the road to 400k. We're trying to hit that before the end of the season. Everybody's welcome on this channel. And no, we're only 10 subscribers away from 388,000. So please subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. And no, I don't want Man City to win, but I hope I've shown everybody that bias doesn't always exist in football just because the team you want to lose is winning. There is no angle to say that Herrera's coming on now. I should be coaching, not Pochettino. Yeah, that's the most blatant red card I think we've seen in a long time. Yeah, definitely. Probably not going to hit the 82,500 on the petition. Yeah, if you please could subscribe, if you could please do the petition that's pinned at the top of the chat or in the video description, that would be fantastic. Somebody said they would donate £100 to charity if we hit 82,500 on the petition. So to do the petition, just complete it and you'll get an email to verify it. This is for reform in football so that we can get fans on the board of all Premier League football clubs so that stupid decisions can't be made like they have been made again. Especially around the Super League. Thanks to 44 Hunter who has signed it as well. I think there's another City goal here. If we United can beat City 2-0 at the Etihad, then PSG definitely can, says David Brannigan. Oh yeah, they definitely can do, David, but they need to be in this game to do it. And Red Harlow says the same. If we can beat them 2-0, surely PSG can. But it's all City at the moment. Ooh, just into the side netting there from Mahrez. He's been very good second half. We're nearly at 81,000 on that petition. Big up, everybody. Mbappe's been quite quiet. I agree. Yeah, I don't think Mbappe's played well tonight. I think Neymar's played well when they got him on the ball. Just subscribed, says Walk of 2. Thank you very much for the super chat. Love the commentary all the way from Texas. Here's Gundogan. I mean, Gundogan is still on. Did Gundogan make the most of that tackle? I mean, look, at the end of the day, he probably knew if he stayed down it would help with the red card, but I don't think he needed. I think. Look, City players, United players, every player sometimes will make the most of a bit of contact to get the ref get a player booked or sent off because it's an advantage. But at the end of the day, I don't think Gundogan needed to stay down there. It was a horrific tackle and it was a red card. Even if he'd stood up and gone, I'm fine. Come on, everyone, sign that petition. Take back football. Glazers out 100 to charity, says MIPSH. Next watch along is Chelsea Fulham. I don't know what's going on here now. It's giving a penalty now. I wasn't even looking. No, he's given De Bruyne a yellow card. I think they wanted a red for City. He's got a yellow card. Oh, I tell you what. I tell you what. Is that a red for De Bruyne? It's a slow-mo though. McGregor just sold stock worth for $600 million. Maybe he's actually going to buy Man United, says Hacky. I don't know what's going on here. Never a red. It looked bad in slow-mo, but I don't like slow-mo. I think this ref would have given a red, to be honest. If it was a red, I think he would have given a red. Lovely run by Foden. Oh, got the shot off as well. So a lot of arguments going on in the chat about whether it was a red or not. Well, it wasn't given. That's the main thing. Wasn't given. Three minutes to go. I think if PSG can get out of this with a 2-1, they'll take it, really. Oh, Neymar wants a foul. Doesn't get it. That's a bad ball by Rodri. I mean, PSG just need to be a bit careful here, PSG. That's a foul, surely, on Herrera. City a bit jammy and lucky, says Kyle. Well, I agree. I think City have been lucky tonight, and I don't think any Man City fan or anyone who wants City to win wouldn't agree with that. But you've got to have luck at some point along the way. And maybe they were a bit lucky against Dortmund as well. Bellingham's goal was a goal. The penalty was a bit dodgy. Tonight, the free kick was good from Mahrez. The goal from De Bruyne was lucky. The red card is just total stupidity from PSG, so I suppose that's a bit lucky as well. But those are the rules. Those are the rules, isn't it? You know, they've not done anything wrong tonight. They've had a bit of luck. And they've won a goal kick there, have they? Or have they won a corner? I can't tell whether is it a goal kick or a corner yet. It's a goal kick. The old ham says United won 2 lucky Champions League. Yeah, still got 2 Champions League. We've got 2 Champions Leagues. You've got none. Don't know who you support, actually. Check Fraudiola, the most overrated manager, more than rich man's Tony Pulis, carried by second best player of all time at Barca and oil money now, says Abhijit. It's been a good game. It has been a good game, and I look forward to the second half. 11 against 11. I think it'll be a good game. I hope City do not score another one, because I just think it would be about playing against 10 men, and they've already had a lucky goal. So I think 2-1 is a fair result. I mean, you could argue it's not fair, but I think 3-1 would be a bit unlucky for PSG, and would probably make the second leg very difficult. Be difficult for PSG now anyway, but be very difficult 3-1. 3 away goals. How long is he going to add on? He could add 5 minutes here because of the foul, because of the red. Here's De Bruyne again. He's adding 4 minutes on. Yeah, Europa League tomorrow night. I'll be on the United stand with Manchester United against Roma at 8 o'clock. You can join me on there for that. Edge of the box, City. Little ball over the top. Back to the keeper. Well played, Florenzini. Terenzi, or whatever you can call it. Thanks everyone who signed the petition, by the way. Big thanks to everyone who's done that. We're pushing for 100k. Look, it's not over. If you're engaged in that petition like I am, take it on your own. Do your own thing. Get that link and start sending it out. If we can all get 10 people to sign it other than ourselves, all somebody needs to have is an email. UK citizen email. Mum and dad, sister and brother, lover, girlfriend, boyfriend, mates, five-a-side team, everyone in your class, your teacher. Get them that email. Get them to go into their email and then get them to verify it when they've completed it. Stones clears the header. Oh, you ain't going to catch Kyle Walker. He's super fast. Mbappe in the Prem will be no better than Wilfried Zaha, says Trishan. Ruben Diaz has had a good game yet. Again. Lynn says, come on, Ander. Here is Neymar. Oh, he's overplayed it. Just having a quick look at the French league, actually. Lille are top with 4 games to go by 1 point. They beat Lyon. And they've got Nice, Lens, Saint Etienne, and Angers to play. They could win that league. They could win that league. Lille. Thanks everyone who's signing the petition. Reece Lawrence license has signed it as well. 1 minute to go here. Can PSG just keep it to 2-1 and make it an interesting second leg? City will be favourites. 2 away goals. It's gone their way second half. PSG down to 10 men. 1-0 at half time to PSG. Should have been 2-0 really. They were so good in the first half. Second half, City have been a lot better. Lucky first goal from a cross that went in. Good free kick from Mahrez. And then a blatant red card by Idrissa Gueye has made it 2-1 to City. But here's De Bruyne. Oh, just over the bar. He wants a corner and he's got it. 30 seconds to go. I'll tell you what, put money on City scoring from this corner from Diaz, because it's just been that sort of second half for City. William says that Rashi's clear of Mbappe fraud or whatever. I think City are going to play a short corner here. And that'll be it. That'll be surely it. 4 minutes. And that's the end. And what did Goldbridge say? Me. What did I say? Score prediction, 2-1 Man City. What's it ended up? 2-1 Man City. I don't take any pride in that. I don't take any pride in that because I didn't want City to win, but I did predict it. And it just goes to show you the oldest cliche in the book. It's a game of 2 halves. And it is a game of 2 halves. And it finishes 2-1 to Manchester City. Second leg next Tuesday night is going to be absolutely fantastic. It's not over yet. I think we're down to 10 men. PSG struggling. They're going to need something special second half. Let's see what happens second leg. Let's see what happens second leg. Thanks everyone for watching. Thanks everyone who signed the petition. You can do that through the video description or through the chat if you want to. Keep sharing that link. Get everyone you can think of to sign it if you can. And anyone who's got an email address and is a UK citizen, basically, get them to sign it. And please subscribe to the channel. We're back tomorrow afternoon with FIFA Career Mode and lots more content to come. Thanks everyone for watching. I'll speak to you in a bit. Take care, everyone. Fantastic stream again. Really enjoyed it. And I'll see you in a bit.